getting ready to go live in about 30 seconds, so just stay tuned. We're just getting the post notifications out to everybody, making sure that everybody is aware that we're live in about a good, maybe another 24 seconds. I'm just getting some post notifications out to everybody, and I hope that everyone is ready for part 2 of Believe. I'm excited about it, and I hope you are too. So stand by. We're about to launch in just a few seconds. Thank you, and get ready. It's Wednesday.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
On June 16th, 2018, a show designed for you, the Daily Commuter, went live. A weekly show all about faith. A show with motivational topics, inspirational stories, and personal testimony set out to change the world.
Don't you see that your faith is coming alive? Don't you see that it's tested every time? He's the one that makes your life divine. He's the one that makes you feel fine. Your faith's being tested.
Hi, I am Mia. You're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hello, my name is Amari, and today we are back on another episode of Have Faith and Let's Begin. Hi, my name is Isabella, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hey, this is Freddie, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hi, my name is Angela, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Welcome to Have Faith. Let it begin. Here's your host, Angel Santana.
Broadcasting live worldwide.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live edition of Have Faith, Let It Begin on this Tuesday, May 5th, 2020. Hello, everyone, and welcome to all the new viewers that we've had in the last 24 hours, new subscribers that have joined our show, pushing us to the next level of subscriptions. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Angel. I am the host of Have Faith, Let It Begin. And for those of you that are joining us for the first time today, I encourage you to take a step back and listen to yesterday's episode called Believe, because today is Believe Part 2. Let's get started. As I stated yesterday as we closed on the show, that we were at the pinnacle point of my journey and my rapid growth toward my new relationship with God. And I said that right at the end, I left you with a cliffhanger and said that it would be the pinnacle part of my journey. And I'm going to explain. Let me just recap a little bit for those of you that are joining us. I had gone through a 2 to 3 year depression, and I was transferred to East Providence, Rhode Island, to manage and help manage a facility. During that course of time, I was tested, tested so heavily on my faith. My faith was extremely low, but gradually began to increase as I was found an apartment next to a church named the East Providence Reformed Church, and they did all they can to make me feel comfortable. They came to my house. They dropped off gifts. They dropped off bakery goods, food. They were such good people. But during the course of the holidays of that time, I was just battling so many things in my mind about losing my ex and not knowing where to turn, that I just decided to take on more jobs. I started to work as a part-time janitor. I worked as a part-time server for TGIF Fridays. I even was a part-time pharmaceutical assistant. I was taking on literally almost 4 jobs. During those times, I was an insomniac, so I wasn't able to sleep. I would literally have, if I was lucky, maybe get some cat naps here and there. But one of the things that I really have truly never shared with anyone other than a couple close friends and some family, I'm going to share something with all of you publicly today. When I was going through my depression and I didn't know where to turn, at times I started to see things that weren't there. I started to see things in my apartment that visually made me feel that the person that was there was my ex. Oh, you can say I was definitely lost. It wasn't in a negative way. It was as if she had moved there with me. And when I really gathered my thoughts during this few minutes of this mirage, so to speak, of my ex, I really started to pray. And I realized that I needed some help. So I reached out to my family, and my mom and dad came over that weekend. Together, we were able to start a plan. And one of the goals were to do all that I could to make sure that I attempted to go to church on Sundays. Because back then I didn't work Sundays. So my parents took me to this first Sunday service there of mine. And it was their first ever day that they had unveiled their brand new piano. They welcomed me with open arms. And that's when I had said earlier that they were buying me gifts, bringing me food. But all started because I went to their service. Little did I know that after the service, my mom had reached out to one of the elders and let her know my situation. So they kept an eye on me. As the holidays fast approached, I didn't go home. I stayed. It was somewhat like a punishment that I gave myself. I didn't want to be around family and friends so that they can say, I'm sorry about your breakup. I just didn't want to hear it. So I dived myself into work. And as I was working and working and working, I realized that family was the most important thing. So I made sure that I reached out to my family after the holidays and eventually went home to spend time with them before the new year. During the course of the next couple of years, I would run into many different types of friends. And God would actually put certain people in my path. I believe that. I believe it more than ever. If many of you don't know the story of the mystery man, I encourage you to go back into the archives, because around that time is when I ran into the mystery man. It was an angel, in my opinion, who taught me to smile, who told me to never give up, and to tell me that God was watching me. After about 5 or 6 years in Providence, Rhode Island, I discovered in my heart that it was time to move forward. It was time for me to go back home and finish my degree, the degree that I put to the side. It was time for me to put things of my own personal agenda. I was too busy trying to find popularity. I was too busy trying to find good career choices. I was too busy to find a relationship when in reality I needed to fix myself. As I came back home, I started to rebuild friendships, rekindle friendships, and I was able to go to church and become a member once again of the church I had left behind in my hometown. By doing that, I was able to gain more knowledge about the Bible. I was able to attend men's breakfast. I was able to be around peers. I was able to regain my good fortunes as to my education. I re-enrolled. I got myself back on my feet. And just when I thought I had everything answered, God provided me with a gem, with the diamond in the rough. I found my wife. She would then take me to a different level, a level that will allow me to feel better about myself, allow me to understand who I really was, and allow me to be myself. Moving forward, I was able to attend more retreats where I would actually become a mentor to others that were seeking God. I was asked to preach. I was asked to do devotionals. And that's when it hit me. I needed to go through the storm. I needed to go through the pain and I'll even call it suffering. But I knew that I was never alone. And I knew that in order for me to be a mentor to others, in order for me to be confident and believing in myself, I had to battle the storm. So what is all this about? What is Believe Part 1 and Part 2 really about? God created us all in His image. God knows what we're going to say. God knows what we're going to do. But deep down inside, the free will that's here on this earth allows us the opportunity to believe and trust in ourselves. For those of you that are lacking that self-confidence, for those of you that are not sure about believing in what your future is, for those of you that are seeking God, for those of you that are listening to this show, for those of you that are in relationships that at times can be rocky, for those of you that are ready to buy a home, to move forward, for those of you that are seeking promotions, God is with you. God has a plan for you. God believes in you. And it's now time for you to believe in yourself. And I need you to remember that. Every time you wake up, remember that tomorrow is not promised. That is vital that we spend as much time with our family, respect our elders, respect each other, and most of all, believe in ourselves. And I hope that each and every one of you was able to get that from today's message and yesterday's. I will see you again tomorrow on Wednesday. And never forget, have faith, let it begin. Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. That's right, Ariel. We're done with another show. And it's always great to have this show with you, my love. You know, we're going to encourage each and every person to listen to our show every single weekday. That's right, you and I are going to help change the world. Do you think that you can do that for me? Huh? Yeah, you know you can. She does. We want to let you know, and yes, we encourage you to listen to our show each and every weekday, and it's going to be live at 7:30. Make sure you're subscribed to our show. Make sure you get ready, fasten those seatbelts, because Ariel and I and my family are going to bring you a new topic, a new story each and every day, right? Isn't that right, Ariel? Yeah. And she's smiling at me. Guys, enjoy your day.